so let's start from the investment climate in Central Eastern Europe for your company, but also for new business adventures with fintechs.
So, I'll be first to admit that I'm not a fintech expert. I tend to focus as an investment strategy. I look at kind of the technologies of third industrial revolution. Certainly, fintech is going through a huge transformation right now. But to look back at kind of the region and our interest in it. So, I was born in Ukraine, grew up in Silicon Valley from the age of 8. I have a strong connection to Central and Eastern Europe. When I was on the entrepreneur side, I opened an office in the region. So I'm a big believer in the technical talent. I think that's a huge asset that the region has. What it's lacking is experienced sales and marketing professionals that have gone through the technology innovation cycle, not just building businesses, but building the special businesses that startups are, which are fast growth experiments. So that's an area where there's a big effort from a lot of good people, is to bring those people that have the cultural connection to the region, that go to Silicon Valley, build a company or are part of a fast-growing startup, and they live that success and experience it, they bring it back and build companies here in the region. The other part of it is that really we live in a global world now, so the technology can be born anywhere, and it can be a global company very quickly. Right? There are some regional plays, like e-commerce is certainly a regional play, but if it's a technology that enables some new capability, it's really something that can be born anywhere and go global very quickly. So for HP Tech Ventures, we hunt globally. HP is Silicon Valley's original startup, born in 1939. First round of investment was $538. And the company is now $538. Yeah, that was the first investment, that's right. And it was actually from Hewlett & Packard's professor, Frederick Terman, who's famous for being a big reason for the existence of Silicon Valley. And he believed in them, believed in the students back then. The company, as most people know now, is one of the most admired brands, technology brands ever. Now, even after the split, after the company split into two, we have over 50,000 employees. We're in 178 countries. Company generates over 50 billion revenue a year. And we have employees all over the world. So we look at technologies all over the world. We're interested in companies well outside of Silicon Valley. As it happens right now, about 50% of all technology companies we look at are Silicon Valley companies. Second region for us is Israel, where HP has a substantial workforce as well, and it's actually number 2 ecosystem in the world for startups. But we look at Europe and we look at Southeast Asia as well.
So you said about many advantages in this region.
Yep.
What are the disadvantages, if you see any?
I would say the biggest disadvantage, there's probably 2 disadvantages, right? One is this inexperience that I mentioned. There's no artificial way to create it, right? There just has to be a natural cycle. You look at companies like ICQ that built the startup ecosystem in Israel, in large part. You look at Skype that did the same in Estonia, a tiny little country. It takes a few unicorns, a few billion-dollar companies to be created from zero to exit, for them to inform and educate the local ecosystem, to generate hundreds of people that went through that experience that will go on to start other companies. And there'll also be smart angel investors that will recognize the building blocks and kind of the future successful entrepreneurs and support them early on, right? Seed investment is very difficult for a lot of ecosystems where the investment environment is just not mature yet. So this is an area where these companies help, and it just takes that. The other part of it is the mentality, and I understand the Central Eastern European mentality. For a very long time, this part of the world has been kind of beaten on the head. So there's a big problem with kind of the self-confidence. So America's number 1 in self-confidence. And Central Eastern Europe can use a little bit of that, because it's a little bit of a fake it till you make it. You have to believe in yourself to get others to believe in you, to invest in you, to become your customers, to become your employees, your partners, all of that. And that's just an attitude change and kind of Silicon Valley mindset that needs to be brought to this area, to this region and many other regions around the world, to create this kind of fast-growing process.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.